All right, man. So the Nuggets go up 2-0, and that fourth quarter was insane. I mean, the shot making, especially with Jamal Murray, MPJ as well, Bruce Brown in a transition three. Of course, other things to talk about in this game, but we can start here. I think in my preview to this thing, I was like, yeah, Jamal Murray's going to be very good. I don't know if he's going to be like super duper mega nuclear guy. Well, that was basically Bubble Murray in the fourth quarter. So, look, there was like one Murray three on a LeBron switch where I thought LeBron's defense was good and Murray just made a wild one. There was a pull-up mid-range, and this is when LeBron was on Jokic, and they ran the Jokic-Murray handoff action, and, LeBron was in a drop. Lonnie Walker did a good job of being kind of all over Murray without fouling him, and he still made the pull-up mid-range anyway, so there were definitely some tough shots there. There were also a few plays where the Lakers, yeah, they made a nice shot, but also you could have done a better job. Like one of those MPJ down screens, I think it was the first one, where Jokic sets him a screen in the right corner. Vanderbilt just took the wrong angle on the screen. And so he got there eventually on the contest, but by then MPJ was super comfortable going into it. Another one where Schroeder went under a Murray screen, and again, not a bad contest, but he was able to comfortably flow into the shot. Another where this was one of the MPJ handoff threes from the top of the key. And for this one, Rui was on Jokic at the free throw line. LeBron is guarding MPJ, and so MPJ screens for Murray, and then Murray kind of cuts or just flows to the wing, whatever you want to say. And then LeBron has this brief moment as D'Lo is chasing him. I think it was D'Lo. Could have been Schroeder. Where LeBron has to okay, what's going on over here? And then MPJ immediately flows into the Jokic handoff action. And LeBron had a decent effort to get there, but, he had daylight coming around there, Of course, you had the Murray 3 on the AD switch where AD's defense on it, he was there, but it was kind of a lunging closeout as opposed to a I'm right here, I dare you to do it sort of closeout, if that makes sense. And then I mentioned that Bruce Brown transition 3. That one was off the back of Jamal Murray making a great read / if it doesn't work, it's a really bad gamble where he goes to block LeBron from behind in the post. The fear there is you go too early and then somebody open, but okay, you got it. And then as far as the Lakers offensively in that fourth quarter, so look, Austin Reeves, he had that crazy bank shot 3, and he also had that transition layup. And then besides that, look, I know early in the thing, LeBron, he had the, 3 threes that weren't very good, or definitely 2 of them. Okay, that doesn't mean LeBron was bad in this game overall, definitely was not, but wasn't a great start to the fourth for him. Eventually the Lakers, they did try to get back into LeBron trying to get Murray, whether it switched onto him or in the action, which could open up something for somebody else. And, within that, there was one time where Jokic was in help, as Murray was, I want to say, hedging on an action or showing, whatever you want to say. And then Jokic kind of stepped in for a little bit just from the corner, and then LeBron whips it to AD for a corner 3. Okay, cool. A similar thing happens where they put 2 to the ball on LeBron, and then it's Schroeder in the middle of the floor off of, that. And then it's AD corner 3. He misses that one. Reeves was kind of wide open on that one if you want to look at that AD missed 3 again. But he also made the one before, so I don't know. What else happened in the Lakers offense late? Well, AD had that post up on Jokic where Jokic was able to strip it away from him as LeBron was underneath the basket. AD missed a hook shot over Aaron Gordon where defense was fine, makeable shot. We've seen him make it a million times. He just didn't. Rui missed one of his few shots on a pull-up mid-range in the fourth. And I guess with that AD turnover in the post, the thing is before that, I think it was Reeves and AD tried to run an action and Jokic was just in drop. And I would like to say that for the game, Jokic's coverage overall was kind of split where sometimes it's at the level, sometimes it was in drop. But there was definitely a stretch in this game where he went to a deep drop. I think it was late second quarter. It did seem like it bothered the Lakers a bit just because the ball was in front of him. I remember when Jokic was a higher up on screens in some plays, there was one where AD got a 3-point play off of a roll. There was one where Rui got a catch and drive from the corner. Rui was fantastic in this game overall. And actually, as I said that, I remember LeBron got a layup versus the Jokic drop in that little late second stretch. So it wasn't completely perfect for him. And in fact, LeBron did have a mini run in that second quarter where he was able to have Lonnie Walker screen for him and get downhill. I think he rejected 2 screens in a row that resulted in him scoring. Within his attempts to get Murray switched on him, there was one play in the fourth quarter where he got a Murray switch eventually. I think it was Reeves screening on him. And then he hits this bank shot pull-up thing. Yeah, I don't know. Is it fair analysis to say that outside of Austin Reeves in that fourth quarter, the Lakers offense was just kind of a mess? I just looked at a play where LeBron and Schroeder attempt to run an action, and then Murray is able to stick to Schroeder, basically. And then eventually Schroeder just says, screw it, we're going to drive, or he's going to drive, and then Gordon blocks him from behind with LeBron and AD just kind of standing there. It's well, that was a play on offense. And so, yes, now I can get to AD, and what did he shoot for the game? It was 4 for 15. And I just looked at all of his shot attempts, and look, man, it's not rocket science. There's a few jumpers where maybe he'll screen for LeBron, and Jokic is in a drop, and the pick and pop, 15 footers there, he just misses the shot. Or he's taking Jokic in single coverage, goes at him, and he tries to take him baseline, reverse layup, doesn't go in for him. We can get lost in all the creative plays teams can run, but also sometimes it's like, AD, if we give you the ball in the post, you're just gonna have to make some of these, man. For what it's worth, like his first miss of the game, LeBron screens for AD, and then AD's like attacking Gordon in a one-on-one. He misses the shot, but I was like, oh, okay, it's a little bit of an extra action for you. Didn't go in, but okay. To talk about the Lakers' defense, outside of that fourth quarter, so even when they were up by like 10 at certain points in this game, their transition defense was just like kind of rough, and it allowed the Nuggets to sort of float around until just the shooting craziness happened, like in the fourth quarter and all that. As far as the scheme stuff, I already mentioned we saw some LeBron on Jokic, especially in the fourth, allows AD to be the help guy. We saw Rui on Jokic some more as well. I really should have thought of the Rui on Jokic idea in my series preview. I've been kicking myself for it ever since. And I thought for like the first half and potentially midway into the third or whatever, that it was like Jokic was getting his, but I thought the Lakers were doing a good enough job at like throwing two at Jokic and then getting back out to guys. Or sometimes the Nuggets spacing was kind of rough, or like, MPJ is driving off of Jokic, swinging it to him, and then like LeBron's doing a really good job, like kind of not allowing him to just go baseline, steals it from under the basket, but also like Gordon was kind of there, but MPJ didn't see him. Like it felt like the Lakers defense was doing enough to sort of force the other Nuggets to make tough decisions. And so eventually the Nuggets, they did switch it up. Like it didn't feel like there were a whole lot of Jokic post-ups late. It was more so really like the handoff actions and the screen for Murray stuff. And even within that, LeBron had a few times where he was high up on the Jokic-Murray pick and roll, and he was able to like strip the ball and or hit it at midair or whatever, So they had some moments defensively, but eventually those handoff actions and down screens and all that just kind of did it to them. And so, for example, of a time where I think it went kind of well for the Lakers, it was like, this was early on in the game where I think Rui was on Jokic and AD is playing off Aaron Gordon. And there's like an action where Christian Brown ends up in the paint, basically. And Anthony Davis is just waiting for him, and he just passes it out, doesn't even think about shooting the ball, right? But then I also remember another time where KCP just got a three off of a Jokic post-up. They double him, one pass away, just, that sort of thing. And that was like later in the game. And so, yeah, now they got to win game 3. Also, shout out to Bruce Brown, who just continues to be awesome. He had at least, one or two transition layups where he's just like, I'm just going to take it coast to coast. If you guys get in my way, so be it.